Oh, it's you. Hi. I'm so glad you're here because you have arrived just in time for story time. And I have a question for you. You've seen the Paw Patrol. You've seen the Paw Patrol on a roll, but have you ever seen the Paw Patrol taking Taekwondo or karate? Well, I'm going to tell you a story about it. Or I should tell you a story about them having a Pup-Fu power. Do you want to hear it? All right. Let's see what the Paw Patrol is up to today. In Farmer Yumi's barn, the Paw Patrol pups, Mayor Goodway and Chitoletta, practice their Pup-Fu moves. Rubble flew through the air and kicked a board in half. Strong kick, Rubble! Ryder cheered. Thanks, Ryder, Rubble said. The pups have been working very hard, Farmer Yumi told Ryder. They're ready to test for their yellow belts. Yellow belts? That's a really good job for Paw Patrol for doing Taekwondo. And I'm a little surprised about Rubble breaking that board in half. He must be really good at karate. What do you think? Shall we see what happens next? Students, begin! Farmer Yumi said to the Paw Patrol. The pups bow to their teacher, then show off their moves one by one. Arf, arf! Marshall barked as he spun on his tail, holding his paws out, ready for action. Rocky used a grabber in his backpack to hold a staff. He twirled it, then put it on the floor of the barn and vaulted over it. Rocky cried as he struck a martial arts position. Whoa! Look at them go! They must be kung fu fighting. Or should I say, kung fu pow pow powing. What do you think? Shall we see what happens next? Sky stood still for a moment, then flipped high into the air. As she turned a somersault, she kicked out in both directions. She landed on all fours. Yip, yip, ha! Sky yelped as she kicked her paws straight out. Zumba raised himself up on his back paws and held his front paws out. He moved slowly and smoothly to the left. Then he moved slowly and smoothly to the right. Zuma was in complete control and ready for action. Whoa, look at Sky and Zuma go. I bet they're pawsome at karate. What do you think? Shall we see what happens next? On the floor, Rubber rolled to his left and kicked with his back leg. Hi-ya! He rolled to his right and kicked with his other back leg. Hi-ya! Finally, Rubble kicked with both legs. Hi-ya! Chase announced, and now I will... Achoo! Farmer Yumi looked concerned. Sorry, Chase explained. I'm a little allergic to... kittens? He noticed a kitten standing next to him. Achoo! 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 Chase sneezed so hard, his handband flew off and landed on his nose. Uh-oh, sounds like trouble. Chase must be allergic to... kittens? Why would Chase be allergic to cats? This is a little confusing. What do you think? Shall we see what happens next? Mayor Humdinger wandered into the barn with the rest of his kitten catastrophe crew. My kittens will get their yellow belts before the Paw Patrol, he bragged, because their cat jitsu is better than Pup-Fu. It's not about which art is superior, Mayor Goodway said. The point is for all pups, kittens, mares, and kittens to do their best. Show them, kittens, Mayor Humdinger said, clapping his hands. the kitten catastrophe crew lined up. One by one, the kittens sprang into action. They jumped, they kicked, they twirled, they even balanced on a ball of yarn. High in the rafters of the barn, one kitten set up a table to slide down. Uh-oh. It looks like they might have a competition. I guess it's the Paw Patrol against the kitten catastrophe crew. What do you think's gonna win? The Paw Patrol or the kitten catastrophe crew? Good thinking. Let's continue on and see what happens next. Marshall got there before the kitten. I'll show you how Pup-Fu Master uses the zip line, he said. He jumped up, grabbed the cord, and slid down it. Whee! But when Marshall was halfway down, the kitten used his mechanical claw to tug on the zip line. The line shook, and Marshall went flying. Whoa! Thump! Marshall fell to the barn floor. Are you okay? Rubble asked. Sure, Marshall answered. A Pup-Fu Master always knows exactly how to land when he accidentally falls. Next, we would have the sparing part of our yellow belt test, Farmer Yumi said. Begin! Uh-oh, this competition is getting tense. Do you still think the Paw Patrol is going to win this karate match? I don't know. Let's see. The pups and kittens began to spar. Marshall sprang over a kitten. Then he jumped back the other way, turning a somersault in midair. The kitten lunged a ball of yarn from her backpack, aiming it right at Marshall. Whoa! He yelled as he fell to the floor. His legs were tangled in the yarn. Pup-Fu? Mary Humdinger sniggered. That looks more like pup-fail. Farmer Yumi gave each pup a yellow belt. Your extra hard work would please the ancient masters, she said. But there were no belts for the kittens. Mary Humdinger, Farmer Yumi said, until your kittens learn to control themselves and their tools, I'm afraid they cannot earn their yellow belts. Whew, that was a close one. I thought that Mayor Humdinger and his catastrophe crew was going to win the belts. But they were really out of control, and I guess they didn't know Pup-Fu. But luckily, the Paw Patrol won. Woohoo! Shall we continue on and see what happens next? Hooray for the Paw Patrol! Ryder cheered. They were all good pups, and they were all very good sports. And that's the lesson of the story. Always be a good sport, no matter what good sport are you in, because you'll never know if you can do your best unless you try again. The important thing is to have a goal for it, and always be a good sport. And that's the end of the story. Whew! That was a awesome story, and it was Pup-Fu amazing. And I bet you learn a lot about being a good sport when it comes to Pup-Fu today. Or should I say, be a good sport about Pup-Fu. Well, I hope you enjoyed the story today, and come again next time when we do some more Storytime adventures.